These people are resilient people. These people are strong and formidable. There is unusual things happening to this country at the moment, much more than the press would show you. A country plagued with gross mismanagement of resources, both natural and human resources, now being hit with the worst ever natural disaster, flooding. This is the story of the state of affairs at the moment in the world's most populous black nation that has added a battle against raging waters to its already huge list of wars. Wars against poverty, hunger, insecurity, and a ton of other evils. By the end of this video, you'll have an idea what the Nigerians are currently facing as at today, October 2022. First off, the floods are actually worse. You'll also see how Nigerians are responding to it. You'll notice the effort by governments, paltry in most cases, churches, NGOs, politicians, and more importantly, you need to do your part by getting this information out there to the world to travel as wide as possible.
I will start with the little way I can. And if today I can start with a sum of 5 million naira. I go on who he wants. We'll go on to see what we can do to support you. I could not believe this is possible. We're in Nigeria, this is happening in Nigeria. Let's continue to have faith in Nigeria. Thank you. Remain prayerful to God. Remain prayerful to God. God will ensure that you go back as soon as possible to your houses and to your villages.
First look at the status quo now. The displacement of over 2 million people from their homes. Full houses held down and flooded, missing persons, and a host of other issues. Currently, the loss is unimaginable. Fish farms, rice farms, and other businesses flooded. It's a humanitarian disaster. More places get swallowed by water every hour in Nigeria. No part is spared. North, south, east, west. It's a major disaster in all parts of Nigeria. Churches flooded, homes flooded, houses. Some farms that are not even flooded can't even get feed to reach the birds and other livestock because of the lack of boats and logistical issues. A monster-sized flooding crisis seems inevitable now. Farms and birds are dying in droves. We all believe that the water might not get to us or do us damage, or that the damage could be limited. As seen in this country, Nigeria, currently where alarming water levels surpasses over 10-year records and currently sweeping through over 31 states at the moment. If you check my previous videos, you will see the reasons why this flood occurred. I gave reasons and why it still persists. Far from the heavy rainfalls and other excuses that the government continually gives or have given, the root cause of this flood is far beyond that. And you can check out that video to learn more. There's a link to that video somewhere here and see why this flood has happened and continues to persist. In saner climes, the state of attention will be greater. The nation's navy will be deployed to help civilians cross the water and save lives. There are reports of over 600 people dead. The numbers are really, really much more. Do we have the statistics to even be able to correctly estimate the loss? No. What did the country's government do? The surprising thing about this is that the government actually knew of this flooding before it came. Yes, earlier in the year, the Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, Mr. Mustafa Ahmed, says the agency has identified 233 local government areas in 32 states and the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria that have been predicted to experience flooding in 2022. He named Adamawa, he named Aba, Abia, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Cross River, Delta, Edo, Ekiti, Gombe, Imo, Jigawa, Kwara, Kaduna, Kano, Kebbi, Kogi, Lagos, Nasarawa, Niger, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, Rivers, Sokoto, Taraba, Yobe, Zamfara, and the Federal Capital Territory. According to him, these states are likely to be flooded. Now, in Lagos, there are many casualties. In Kaduna, in all of these states, you see people ending up as victims of something that was known before it happened. The news agency of Nigeria quoted Ahmed as disclosing that as at today, during a national consultative workshop on flood preparation that was organized by the agency in Abuja, the nation's capital, he did not list the affected local governments and states. He, however, said that the agency had set advisory letters and maps showing predicted flood risk areas to various states and their respective state governors. The NEMA boss also said that the workshop then was one of the steps outlined by the agency to bring stakeholders together. He said it was to collectively prepare and provide strategies to strengthen the flood risk mitigation and effective response. Ahmed said that the workshops followed the 2022 seasonal climate prediction released by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency and the annual flood outlook released by Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency. Efforts must be made to mitigate and respond effectively to flooding. We have sent advisory letters and maps showing the predicted flood risk areas in various states to their respective governments. We have also produced risk maps for vulnerable local government areas as forecasted by the NHSA's annual flood outlook. This was a statement credited to Ahmed. He added that the State Management Emergency Agency as well as other local emergency management committees must be proactive. He said this would ensure effective and efficient flood preparedness, mitigation, and response. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management, and Social Development, Sadi Farouk, called on relevant stakeholders to take proactive measures in addressing the floods and its associated impacts. Farouk was represented by the Minister's Deputy Director on Disaster Management, Dr. Abubakar Suleiman, in that event. He added that adequate information must be sent out to the public for effective preparation. Most Nigerians didn't get to know about all of this until maybe the first or second week of October. Nigeria's Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Sadiya Umar Farouk, blamed the scale of disaster on the failure by branches of government other than our own to take action. There was enough warning and information about the 2022 floods, but states, local governments, and communities appear not to take heed, the minister wrote on Twitter. You can see clearly that it has become a game of blame trading all the way. In spite of this, there's something awesome about the Nigerian people. In the midst of this, we notice Nigerians doing some amazing things to help out the little way they can. Efforts might look small, but the zeal and the hope the people have in themselves is not diminishing. Rather, in this time, we see people looking out for others, trying to help and assist one another, gathering themselves in numbers to assist themselves. It's a situation of the people helping the people. We see communal efforts from everyone, trying to be their brother's keeper, and while some pretend in front of cameras, giving lengthy speeches in order to save face and make it seem like they really care and are trying to help, we see genuine Nigerians go out of their way, sometimes exposing themselves to extreme danger in a bid to reach out and assist those affected without hoping to gain anything from it. They just want to help those displaced from their homes, those whose businesses have been swallowed by the flood. These ones seek no recognition or accolades. It's just their humanity speaking. These are the ones we want to see more of. Nigerians giving hope and comfort to those who was hit by the humanitarian disaster that has landed on the shores of Nigeria. People aiding others to cross flooded plains and areas, others trying to keep themselves happy in grievous conditions by making jokes and playing about to keep the spirits up. People speaking to others to gather support, raise funds for the victims, and much more. You see Nigerians swinging into actions to help each other. One thing is certain, Nigerians will bounce back from this, and they will bounce back stronger, better, and with the elections around the corner in less than 5 months, Nigerians will be more determined to vote the right leader into power and make their votes count. Hopefully, we see a more politically active Nigerian population, and like a phoenix from the ashes, Nigerians would rise again. Remember to support Nigerians affected by this disaster in these crucial moments. They need all the help they can get. Nigeria is the most populous black nation on the earth, home to about 200 million Nigerians with over 300 ethnic groups, sometimes referred to as the headquarters of the black race. Still in debate though. Thank you for watching, and do well to subscribe, like, share. Leave a comment what you think about what's going on in Nigeria. And until I come your way again, it's Francis David Matthew, FDM Learn. Bye for now.